Konnichiwa. How's everybody today so far? Sunday again. Welcome to Oxford 1969, and it's me, Jerell, sharing again with you guys on Japanese culture, language, etc., etc. And today, my subject will be Kyushu. As you know, Japan is made up of four main islands. Everybody know about Kanto, and then there's Hokkaido, and there's another island called Shikoku. And then, of course, in the southern part, there is this island consisting of 8 prefectures. It's called Kyushu. Okay, so Kyushu is very close to my heart because I have been to Kyushu for many years. And I'm going to share with you guys, if you're going to make your next trip to Japan, do consider travel to Kyushu. So today I'll be your tour guide, all right? And then I miss being a tour guide because 30 years back, I was a tour guide. So, ikimashou, Kyushu ikimashou. Okay, so some general facts about Kyushu. There are many facts, okay? I'm just sharing with you this particular one. Like I've mentioned, there are 8 prefectures. Actually, in the main island of Kyushu, there's only 7 prefectures, Nana. There's one more, which is called Okinawa, which is distance away from the main island of Kyushu. Just like we have Singapore, and then we have the Pulau Ubin, which is outside of our main Singapore island, and we have Sentosa, for example, also out of Singapore island. So Okinawa is one of the prefecture of Japan and part of Kyushu. Yeah, as you can see this particular slide, I'm going to, you can see it for yourself already. Number 1, this is in terms of population, the population of Kyushu. Oh yeah, by the way, does anybody know how many people are there, or rather, what is the population of Japan? Anybody know? Mosh mosh? Nobody know. Okay, here in my studio, nobody knows. Everybody failed their geography. Okay, in average, there's about 120 million people. 120 million people, Japanese, yeah, living in the big island of Japan. Okay, pardon me because I'm not trying to get my Facebook up also to see whether there are any questions and any friends joining me. Chotomate kudasai. So as you can see, Kyushu, there are 8, I told you 8 prefecture. And out of the 8 prefecture, the number 1 prefecture with the most population is none other than Fukuoka. Okay, so in Singapore, we do have flights to Fukuoka directly, about 5.5 hours. And Fukuoka is also one of the main cities of Japan. Right now, probably is the 4th most population. Here it shows 9th most population, yeah? Okay, 9 with 5 million people. So it has almost the same population of Singapore. All right, and then followed by the second place is a far distant second, you can see, is Kumamoto, right? Kumamoto. And then Kumamoto, you will see this. Yokabai, yeah, Yokabai. Okay, this is Yokabai is Kumamoto Ben. All right, just like in Singapore, or rather Singapore Chinese, we have Cantonese, we have Hokkien, we have Teochew. So in Japan, for those who do not realize, they also have their own dialect. So just now when I shout Yokabai, and this T-shirt is from Kumamoto, that is Kumamoto Ben, which is a dialect from Kumamoto, and that means good. Okay, Yokabai means good, very nice, well done. So if you happen to say Yokabai in Tokyo or in Osaka, probably they do not understand what you're saying. All right, so what I'm trying to share with you is that in Japan, there are also many dialects across the whole island, all right? And then the 3rd place here is Kagoshima. Kagoshima-ken is famous for their kurobuta. And if you do visit Kagoshima, do take a ferry because outside of Kagoshima, there's a lot of small islands. And one of the more famous one is Sakurajima. And there is a live volcano almost every day, almost every day you can see the volcano. There are ashes burning. All right, I mean, as in, it's live, it's live. So there was one time I was there, and I actually see the smokes coming out, and it was quite a scene. It's quite a scene. And then the fourth is Okinawa Ken. Everybody know Okinawa, yeah? So Okinawa is, should I say, similar to Singapore in terms of climate? Yes, because it is a place where you can actually wear sandals, woohoo! Walking around, yeah, because it's very tropical. Beautiful beaches, blue sky, beautiful ocean. One of the largest aquarium is also in Okinawa. All right, so for us, if you do not want to hop on the plane and go to places like Hawaii, which is too far away, Okinawa is the best place. Okay, and then number 5, we have Nagasaki. Nagasaki Ken, with 1.3 million people. And then Nagasaki is one of the other places that you can find in Japan, a Chinatown. Nagasaki. We always hear Chinatown. When you talk about Chinatown in Japan, is in Yokohama. Okay, but the other big Chinatown is Nagasaki. All right, and then number 6, we have Oita Ken. Okay, why you need to go Oita Ken is because Oita Ken is one of the best places for you to go for your onsen trip, hot springs. All right, you go to the Beppu city especially, you can see smokes coming out from the ground because the whole area is underground hot springs. So it's one of the best places for you to go and visit hot springs. Go to Oita Beppu. And then Miyazaki. Miyazaki is also a very interesting prefecture because they are famous for their chicken. But then later I will show you the slide where there's a ranking. All right. But Miyazaki, you go there. One of the things that I always suggest to people when you go Miyazaki, they have several nice points of interest. But one of the things that I would like to share to people, my viewers out there, if you can, please like, share, and subscribe this particular channel, all right? Back to Miyazaki, is to go to Aoshima. Miyazaki, see? I've been there. Okay, today, whatever I'm telling you, I've been there. Aoshima Jinja. Why do I recommend Aoshima Jinja? Okay, it's because outside of Miyazaki, there is a stretch of road, a bridge you can walk across less than 1 kilometer. It's another small island. The island is so small that the radius is only about 1 kilometer. But there is only one Jinja, shrine. Okay, so this is one of the unique shrine in the whole of Japan where you have an island and it's in a small diameter of less than 1 kilometer. Okay, and then beside this Aoshima, you also see a lot of rocks or barrier, but it's being washed up for so many years that when you're walking across it, you see that it looks like washing board. You know washing board? I think for the older generation of Singaporeans, we know when our mother wash our clothes, there's a washing board. So it's like a washing board. It's very unique. So do make your trip to Miyazaki and take a look at Aoshima and go for take pictures. It's an Instagram ready place for you, especially the washing board. Yeah, the washing board. And then last but not least is Saga Ken with less than 1 million people. Saga Ken, honestly, I've been to all of the 8 prefecture except Saga. I only passed by Saga. But anyway, Saga Ken is one of my next bucket list that I will go as soon as I'm ready to board the plane out of Singapore, hopefully sooner than later. All right, so there you go. I've given you a quick, review of Kyushu. But then again, now later, I'm going to again do a little bit more about the different prefecture and some interesting facts. Interesting facts, yeah? Hello, Sensei from Yongseok. Hello, Yongseok. Okay, Fukuoka. All right, the picture behind the background is called Daizaifu Shrine. Okay, again, if you go to Fukuoka, one of the shrine that you need to visit is this particular one called Daizaifu. All right, because in Japan, they celebrate New Year the 1st of every year. And then when they celebrate New Year, the Japanese usually do it in a very serene, quiet, and peaceful way, unlike the Chinese where we have lion dance and everything. So they usually, on the eve of New Year, most of the Japanese will start to travel to some of the very famous shrine and temple across Japan. And because Japan is so big, so almost every prefecture will have a symbolic shrine to visit, to pray for good luck, good health, etc., etc. So the picture I showed you earlier is Daizaifu. For the people of Fukuoka and Kyushu, some even drive all the way to Daizaifu to pray for happiness and peace for their family. Yeah? Okay, so this is one of the interesting facts that I want to share with you guys. Because Fukuoka has the most yakitori shops in the whole of Japan. Most. All right, so if you can read my slide there, every 100,000 people, they will be accessing to 37.48 yakitori shop. Okay, so one of the shops that you can, come across when you're walking around Fukuoka is always a yakitori shop. Okay, and for those who do not have understanding what is a yakitori, I have a little video for you so that we can share, and it's in English. You can, English as in the subtitle. All right, so please enjoy. So the smoke actually gives a unique taste, yeah? And usually when we eat yakitori, we just, eat as it is. Or you want to dip, usually they don't dip in sauce, but they dip in salt. The salt. Oh, yummy. Japanese is oishi. Oishi desu ne. Okay, good. All right, so I'm done with this. I hope you guys enjoyed the short 1-minute video. Let's go to the next. How do I do this? Chotomate. Okay. I think I'm getting a hang of this. Okay, so Fukuoka, make a point to visit if you can, and of course there's a direct flight to Japan from Singapore to Fukuoka, 5.5 hours. And one of the things that you should try in Fukuoka is yakitori. Ne? じゃあ次、how to go to the next slide? Okay, so yeah, sorry for a little bit of issue there. Anyway, it's still a Japanese lesson, and I'm bringing you guys on a tour. So when you go on a tour, you must speak some simple Japanese, and it's a revision for those who have been following. And then, of course, one of the things that when we go on a tour, we always want to know, may I know what is this, right? Because everything is so interesting to you. So in Japanese is, これは何ですか? これは何ですか? That is, may I know what is this? Yeah, may I know what is this? これは何ですか? So just now I mentioned to you that if you go to Fukuoka, one of the temple you should visit or shrine you should visit is the Daizaifu. And Daizaifu, there's in all Japanese shrine, there's a thing called ema. All right, so I'm just using this as an example. So if that is the question was, what is this? The answer is, that is ema. Your Japanese will be, arewa ema desu. Arewa ema desu. Or if you're talking about the yakitori shop, then your answer will be, arewa yakitori desu. Yakitori desu. Arewa yakitori desu. And then, of course, when you go to Jinja, everybody loves to get good luck back home, right? So, and you've seen this among your friends who have visited Japan. Usually they will come back with a couple of this, yeah? So this particular item, when you get from a shrine, is called a omamori. Omamori, good luck charm. So it has many different kinds of good luck charm. It can be health, can be for good studies, can be for prosperous business, etc., etc. All right, so it's called omamori. Omamori. Okay, second prefecture that I want to share with you guys is Kumamoto. And then this particular bear here is so famous right now, probably the whole world know about this. All right, because in Japan, about 10 years ago, they actually come up with this competition for all the prefecture to come up with an iconic icon, or rather, or a mascot, all right? And then all the prefecture came up and then go for a competition, and apparently Kumamoto came in top, and then Kumamon was born. All right, so now you see a lot of Kumamon mementos everywhere. And of course, it's from Kumamoto, yeah? So Kumamoto is the most health-conscious prefecture in the whole of Japan. All right, they spend the most money in terms of health care. All right, and then of course, it is also a very beautiful city to live in. I have been to Kumamoto many, many times, and I just want to share with you guys the video of Kumamoto. And this is the Kumamoto Castle. Unluckily, 5 years ago when there was an earthquake, it hurt the Kumamoto Castle very badly. And then to rebuild and restructure Kumamoto Castle takes about 30 years. 30 years. So there's no direct flight to Kumamoto, so we still have to fly in to Fukuoka and then drive about an hour. Drive. Okay. So these are all, just now the main cone that you see is very traditional, right? And one of the best onsen in Japan is also in Kumamoto. So it's called Kurogawa. Okay. Yeah, beautiful, isn't it? During autumn. And the music that is playing right now is the folk song from Kumamoto. All Kumamoto children know about this folk song. So they have tram going through the city also. Yeah. I think the only other place that I've seen tram country-wise is Hong Kong. Yeah, Hong Kong, Kowloon. Okay. This is beautiful place, isn't it? Really beautiful. This is a good Kumamoto. And of course, we know about Fujisan, right? Fujisan, Mount Fuji represents Japan. It's in Tokyo, but in Kyushu, they also have an iconic mountain which is called Mount Aso. Mount Aso is in Kumamoto. Okay? So the video is quite long. I think I can stop here because we have another 5 prefectures to go. Okay? Okay, so let's go back. So far, so good. Any questions? How far and how long away from Tokyo to Kumamoto from a question from Tommy? Oh yeah, okay. So from Tokyo to Kumamoto, if you take a flight, it's about 1.5 hours. There, of course, is a direct flight. If you go to Japan, You go to like the main cities like Tokyo, Osaka, they have domestic flights. So domestic flights to Kumamoto will be about an hour, okay? All right, so the next prefecture I'm going to share with you guys is Kagoshima. Okay, everybody kind of know that Kagoshima is famous for their black pork, okay, black pork. And then the background behind is what I've been telling you earlier on. It's called Sakurajima. Sakurajima is an island, and it's a live volcano. It's a live volcano island, volcanic island. All right. So what is the interesting fact about Kagoshima is that it is the most global prefecture in the whole of Japan, meaning a lot of the young people, all right, they love to do volunteer work internationally. Somehow this prefecture, all the young people loves to volunteer, and they love to take part in all this kind of volunteer work outside of Japan. And then I put in Ibuski. Ibuski is one of the city in Kagoshima, and then I write there, go and feel the hot sand instead of the hot spring. Because when you talk about Japan, onsen is always about hot spring, right? So Ibuski, you have to go because you will have sand covering you. Okay, it's like a sauna, but it's all black hot sand. All right, it's really hot. I've done it. It's quite refreshing because they were just pouring sand all over you, and it's really hot. After like 5-6 minutes, like you can't stand it. All right, usually you cannot be inside for more than 15 minutes, or you'll be burned. All right, so anyway, also a promotional video of Kagoshima, because I promised you to bring you guys on the tour. Beautiful nature, Kagoshima. If you guys can go to Kyushu and then rent a car and start driving around the whole island, it's worth it. Probably a 7 or 10 day trip, go around. It's very fun. Yeah, so there's also surf. The people of Kagoshima, they also surf. Just love the nature, isn't it? It's beautiful. I mean, most people will think that you should be in Europe or somewhere, but this is really in Japan. Wow. Woohoo! Yeah, Edmund, you love that. I think for Edmund さん、あそこでね、写真撮って、もう本当にいいと思いますよ。I'm telling you to go and take picture there. You will love it. It's fantastic. Today I'm the ambassador for Kyushu. All right. I think it's enough, right? I think you guys get excited already. We can move on. Because of time, we have to move on. ね。じゃあ、次。何 How should I do this? Okay. すみません。ちょっとね。Okay. 鹿児島終わった。はい。So, come back to some Japanese dialogue. Just now I showed the picture of omamori. So, if you say this is omamori, the way you say is これはomamoriです。これはomamoriです。これは is this is. This is. Right? So, even if you want to say this is Kagoshima, you can say これは鹿児島です。これは鹿児島です。Okay? So, and then, of course, when you're traveling, you like to ask, what is this? What is that, right? So you may even ask a question like, may I know what is that over there? In Japanese, pronounced as, あれは何ですか? あれは何ですか? So the simple position of Japanese is, これ is this. Sore is that. Are is further away. So it's further away from that, it's over there. So kore, sore, are. So if you want to ask something that is over there, you say, may I know what is there over there is, are wa nan desu ka? Sore wa nan desu ka? Kore wa nan desu ka? This, that, over there. Okay? All right, so like I've been sharing, okay, when you go to a jinja, there's this thing called ema. Ema is like a wish that you can write, like a card, but then it's always in a wood. All right, so you can buy, and then you can write your wish, and then you can hang inside the shrine. Okay, now come to another prefecture. The prefecture name is called Nagasaki. Okay, so if you remember just now I mentioned to you, Nagasaki is one of the other places where it's another Chinatown. So meaning one of the earlier immigrants into Nagasaki is Chinese. But actually Nagasaki is quite similar to Singapore in the sense that it's a melting pot because it is very close to the, just like Singapore, I mean very close to the coastal line. And then in the past, explorers are always traveling, right? Making ways here and there. So Nagasaki is very influenced by also European culture. The Dutch, you know, the Spanish, the Chinese, okay? And that's why the scene behind doesn't look like a Japanese structure, but this place is called House Temples. House Temples. It's also one of the main attractions in Nagasaki, where, you know, if I put it in another, what I call it, similarity for you is like Disneyland, it's like Universal Studio. So House Temples in Nagasaki is all featured around the colonial style, Dutch. And then you go there for their lights. At night it's very beautiful. For the flowers that they have, it's all across this place, it's very beautiful. Okay, Nagasaki. So Nagasaki, interesting fact is the people of Nagasaki, they love fishing. The population of Nagasaki, they have the most fishing population as a hobby. And then for those who know or have been following with Japanese culture, there is this manga, okay, called Zuripaka, Zuri Nikki. Okay, it's all made into many movies. I think there's about 20 episodes of these movies. But for those of you out there, all right, who love fishing and you want to know a lot more about fishing, pick up this particular manga. All right, you see this manga has been around for more than 40 years already. It's a very interesting read because it's funny. It has a lot of knowledge about fish. It has a lot of knowledge about fish, when to fish, what kind of fish, etc., etc. And it is a comic. It's a comic, yeah? Okay, the next particular prefecture that I'm going to bring you guys to is going to be very hot. Why? Because it's called Oita. Oita, like I mentioned earlier just now, it is a place where you have to go for your hot spring, onsen. It's an onsen town, hot spring town. Okay, and the little interesting fact is Oita Prefecture produces the most clean, eco-friendly natural energy in the whole of Japan, about 40%. And I'm not surprised by that because, like I say, the whole prefecture, the whole town, underground is full of natural gas, hot gas. That's why it's called a hot spring town. All right, so I'm going to show a very quick clip of Beppu.
巡りっていうのが観光の醍醐味でございまして、こちらの地獄巡りのチケット買ってまいりました。こちらね、大人の方1人2000円、クレジットカードで買うと1800円に値下がりします。ということでね。
Okay, one of the places to go is called Hell. This is
もらえたんですけれども、
all these are hell places
歩いていけると。ここまで車
on
で
the
行
map.
って、歩いて、
Okay, and this is one of the iconic place of interest to go when you go to Beppu.
行ってみましょうということで。
I'll fast forward a little bit, yeah?
来るの2回目なんですけれども、地獄最高ですね。季節によっては、あれ、顔湯？
あ、顔湯。
ガチ？
これね、もう 白いよ、ほんと。See?
やばい。いやいやいや、想像絶す
This
る
one is
でしょ。
all aqua in color.
やばいね。
Okay? And you can see from the label, okay, Kunishite Meisho. It means this is iconic point of interest, place of interest, recognized by the Japanese government.
調べました。ね、国が認めている文化的に貴重
国が
な場所
認める文化祭、ほら、is recognized by the government.
にして
Okay,
名
so
所がご
there
ざい
are
ます。
other places. I show you others.
2000年
Ah,
前
this one also very interesting.
で
I also, because I have been there, this one I can tell you. This one, again, is ocean, but then it is all like cement, you know. It's gray in color, it's very gluey, but then it's piping hot.
ご紹介しましょう。
Piping hot. See?
ねえ、めっちゃ坊主やん。
It's like cement, it's like clay, but then these are all hot spring. Okay?
今ですね、鬼石坊主
So
地
there
獄
are,
の
I,
方から
I think there are 7 or 8 of them that you can visit when you go there. I fast forward. This is the one that is very, it's more than 100 degrees.
で、
These are the muddy ones. Okay, everywhere you go, the hot spring, the hot smoke are always coming up everywhere.
はい。うわ、めっちゃ
Okay, so I don't show you everything so that you guys can go. But once you go there, you can have to spend a full day. Okay, to go from one point to the other point. All the you see all the 7. This is the black one. They call the black hell. It's red in color. Maybe you can show you a bit.
あ
See? It's all red in color. Okay, it's all black. Okay? Okay. わかりました。Finish. So far, so good. You guys like what I'm showing you? Okay, and then the next particular prefecture, which is the smallest in terms of population among all the 8 prefectures, is Saga. Okay, like I've mentioned to you, Saga I have not been, but Saga right now is getting popular because of technology, you know, of all the apps, and then people still love to visit Japan. And then Tokyo, Osaka, places like this has been visited by many people, and now many tourists would like to find new places to go. And Saga Ken is getting popular because not many people go to Saga. So a lot of Chinese tourists are now making way into Saga very recently. And the interesting fact about Saga is it has the most pharmacy in the whole of Japan. Okay, that means there's 64.7 pharmacy for 100,000 people, okay, in the prefecture of Saga. And I show you one picture of Saga, very beautiful, one of the most beautiful, iconic coastal area that they have, okay? Oh, by the way, if you look at the sushi that I've shown you all along the way, these are all the, what you call that, the outline of the prefecture, if you have not noticed. This is the outline of Oita. This is the outline of Nagasaki, the salmon. They cut it. This is the outline of Kagoshima. All right, that's the reason why I picked this one, to show you guys how the different prefecture look like. This is the Kumamoto. Yeah? And then, of course, Fukuoka looks like this. Okay? Okay, and then we are coming to very close. We need to go for Miyazaki. All right. So Miyazaki is a prefecture where all the grandchildren love their grandpapa and grandmama. Okay, I put it that way because the interesting fact is something, depending on how you look at it, the interesting fact about Miyazaki is that they have the most, lodging home means home for the old age. They have the most home for the old age. All right, so they take care of their grandpapa and grandmama. All right, so I'm going to show you. This is another very beautiful prefecture. Miyazaki. And then you'll see the Aoshima. Less than a kilometer, you can take this to all the way there. And then that small island, Aoshima. Aoshima Shrine. Then you go and buy your ema, you buy your, omori, and then you tie, right? It's quite interesting. You see, you put on the water, and then your mochi will come out. Aoshima Jinja. Okay, besides there's another one, Udo Shrine. You have to eat this. This particular one, oh, it's very nice. It's egg, not egg. It's a rice ball with deep slice roll around it. It's very tasty. Okay, that one must eat. When you go Miyazaki, you must eat. You can also must try the lime juice over there. Okay. Okay, I'm so excited. I mean, 次 Okay, so when you need to go and buy stuff, right? If you want to say, I'd like to have 2 of that, please, in Japanese. Sorewa, okay, I mean, this one can be anything. It can be nidai, means two of the omamori, or nikko of futatsu. Okay, sorewa futatsu onegai shimasu. Futatsu is the Japanese counting ways for 2. 1 is hitotsu, 2 is futatsu, 3 is mitsu. Okay, so very simple. Sorewa, okay, I don't want to use nitai. Soreo futatsu o onegai shimasu. Okay, or like here I have 2 items. I say sorewa nimai o onegai shimasu. Soreo nimai o onegai shimasu. Yeah. And then of course the one that everybody needs to know. How much is it? Ne? Oikura desu ka? Oikura desu ka? And then this will be, they will give you a number, the price of the item. 5,000 yen will be 5,000 yen onegai shimasu. If it's 2,000 yen, it's 2,000 yen onegai shimasu. You will also hear this 1,000 yen, which is 10,000. 1,000 yen onegai shimasu. Okay? Okay, and then Okinawa. One of the best place, honestly. Very relaxing. Like I say, it's the closest to Hawaii. You have not been to Hawaii. Hop onto a plane and then try to get into Okinawa. It is very tropical in terms of climate. I don't think there is snow over there. They have a lot of beautiful sandy beaches. The people are very friendly. In fact, they have a lot of influence from the American culture also, because the U.S. Army was based there, right? So it is very, international. There is in fact a street called International Place, where you have a mix of all kinds of people, Chinese, American, of course, etc., etc. Okay? So the one thing we talk about Okinawa, honestly, Okinawa people are very, very happy people. They are very happy people, and that's why the interesting fact about Okinawa is Okinawa especially love their Japanese folk song, especially their own Okinawa folk song. All right? And then Okinawa people love to dance. They love to sing. And in fact, even the J-pop, any of you have been following J-pop, you have realized that a lot of the singers, or rather a lot of the popular singers, actually come out from the prefecture of Okinawa. One of the most popular one that you guys may have known and has just retired just last year is Namie Amuro. Namie Amuro. She is from Okinawa. All right, she started the craze of girls wearing boots and everything. Yeah, so yeah, she's from Okinawa, and then because they love their folk song, and then they love to sing, they love to dance, and I don't know whether you guys have heard of Okinawa folk song before. So I'm going to share with you guys Okinawa folk song. I'm going to dance with you guys. This is Okinawa folk song. Everybody start dancing. Okay. Yeah. You know, Okinawan people, they dance every time. Even when they have dinner, they have lunch, they start playing the Okinawan folk song, they will start dancing. And it's a very simple dance. You just wave your hand, you know, and then, yeah, everybody dance. Yeah. And then you see that the way they dress is aloha shirt design, t-shirt and everything. So they are always very happy. Yeah? And you can start together with me. Ai, Sasa. You see, all my producers are all dancing too. Ai, Sasa. Okay, this is Okinawa folk song, yeah, and this is how I'm going to end my session today. But if I can tell you, actually today the whole body of myself are in Kyushu. Why? Because this pants is from Fukuoka, this t-shirt is from Kumamoto, my underwear is from Okinawa. And honestly, if you go Okinawa, you need to buy this underwear. It's really, really comfortable. Yeah? Okay. I see you next time. ありがとうございました。